On Saturday, September 19, 1981, Connecticut-based Gambino captain Frank Piccolo entered the Bagel King in Bridgeport, Connecticut's North End and had his daily cup of coffee. At around 2:45 p.m., he walked across Main Street to a payphone. At the time, Piccolo had his fair share of legal headaches and began using local payphones. And he was on a call when a reddish maroon van pulled up. After noticing the van, he walked over to it and spoke with one of its occupants. At some point, two men exited the van, wearing masks, and one of them shot Piccolo in the chest 3 times. The shooters then jumped back in the van and sped away. Shortly after, Piccolo was rushed to St. Vincent's Hospital, where he went into cardiac arrest and was pronounced dead at 3:30 p.m. At the time of the shooting, Piccolo was out on bail and scheduled for trial at the U.S. District Court in Bridgeport, Connecticut that fall. He'd been recorded on federal wiretaps speaking about mob business involving Hollywood and Las Vegas, specifically with extorting entertainers Wayne Newton and Lola Falana. On June 12, 1981, Piccolo and Guido Penosi were indicted for racketeering, extortion conspiracy, cocaine trafficking, and gambling. Records indicate that Wayne Newton actually went to the mob for help because he was being threatened in a business deal. As for Lola Falana, Piccolo and Penosi were attempting to buy her life insurance. In addition, Piccolo was also facing obstruction charges for withholding testimony in a grand jury that was investigating racketeering in Fairfield County, Connecticut. Subsequently, Gustav Gus Corcho was charged with the state warrant for Piccolo's murder. Corcho, who sported a beard, walked into police headquarters clean-shaven. Apparently, witnesses to Piccolo's murder described one of the shooters as having a beard. Corcho would eventually testify at 2 grand juries, and both rejected to indict him. Law enforcement identified him as a Genovese associate. Prior to Piccolo's shooting, Chin Gigante put in a beef with Paul Castellano regarding Piccolo's encroaching on Genovese interests in Connecticut. Castellano, thinking more like a businessman instead of a gangster or the boss of a family, decided that his partnership with Chin in major construction rackets, etc., was worth more than the life of a captain and his family, and ultimately sacrificed Piccolo by permitting the West Side to hit him. Many people believed that Chin wanted to expand Genovese rackets in Connecticut and viewed Piccolo as an obstacle. Castellano's decision would be one that would come back to haunt him and also lead to his own death, as it was one of the grievances that John Gotti used to make the case against taking him out, as well as depicting him as a sellout. And we know how that turned out for Castellano. But here's the bottom line. If the situation were reversed, Chin would never agree to the Gambinos hitting one of their members, let alone a captain.